Hey guys, this is Agent Losing. Today, I'm bringing you the winning tips and tricks for Mega Man X and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. If you want to raise your high score, beat your friends, or take your game to the next level, then you've come to the right place. I'm doing this episode outside of the normal format because I got an email a little while ago from the Make-A-Wish Foundation on behalf of a kid asking me to make a winning tips and tricks episode just for them. Attached to the email was a letter that read, "Dear Agent Losing, I love your YouTube video series. I'm trying to get through Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo, but I can't beat the first boss. I'm sick, and the doctors have told me I only have a few weeks left. My wish is for you to make a video about the winning tips and tricks for Mega Man X before I pass away. Yours truly." The initials SMF are signed, and it's dated August of 2018. Well, SMF, today's your lucky day. It's the future. Dr. Kane has unearthed a hidden capsule that contains the final project by the great Dr. Light. Inside is a radically advanced Mega Man X, a robot who can think and make his own decisions independently. Based on the designs of X, Dr. Kane has invented a generation of Reploid robots. Unfortunately, some of these robots have gone maverick and are a threat to humanity. Play as Mega Man X and hunt down the maverick forces and their evil leader, Sigma. In the future, rush hour is worse than it's ever been. Move X with the left or right buttons on the directional pad. Fire your primary weapon, the X-Buster, with the Y button. Aerial enemies are also vulnerable to the X-Buster. Jump with B, and then shoot them out of the air. Enemies like Gunvolts can take a lot of punishment before they go down. For enemies like this, fire your X-Buster as fast as you can for maximum damage. On the other hand, there are weaker enemies like these Crushers who can be destroyed with a single powerful shot. Hold down the Y button to charge up your X-Buster, then release it to deal a blast that penetrates multiple enemies. When you fight the B-Blader, stay far away and shoot it as fast as you can. When the bridge collapses, don't lose hope like I did when this happened to me. Hold the direction button toward the wall and jump repeatedly to climb up and escape from the pit. If you're damaged from fighting the B-Blader, you can use these energy capsules to recover lost life. The small capsule only heals X a little bit, but the extra strength one heals a lot more. At the end of the level, X will encounter a Maverick dropship that deploys road attackers to fight X. Here's a little trivia for you. The road attackers aren't actually Mavericks, they're just regular bad drivers who go 10 under the speed limit and cause traffic jams. In any case, feel free to suspend their licenses with well-placed charge shots. Destroy 3 road attackers to begin a fight with the Maverick Vile piloting a mech suit. Vile's plot armor ensures he won't take damage no matter how good your aim is. You have no choice but to be captured, only to be saved by Deus Ex-Machina 0 afterwards. So this is how we're starting the story, huh? X gets to choose the order which he hunts the Maverick bosses on the stage select screen. You can tackle any stage you want, but the game seems to be designed with Chill Penguin in mind as the first boss. The Lumberjack and Wheel robots at the beginning of Chill Penguin's stage are easily cut through with a well-placed charge shot. Other enemies like the bunnies and bats fall victim to normal X-Buster shots. Climb up the walls like we did on the highway level to reach this capsule. X can enter the capsule to receive a leg upgrade. This upgrade enables X to look cooler. As a secondary, bonus function, X can now dash by pressing the A button. You can dash across the ground, or dash into a jump for maximum distance. This mech suit is to X as Yoshi is to Mario. Hop inside to give it a whirl. The mech suit controls the same way as X. B jumps, A dashes, and Y throws Mike Tyson punches that can destroy robot igloos. X can only use the mech suit for a short distance in this level. During that time, you'll fight other mechs. If you're not traveling in a suit, the mech pilots will start outside of theirs also. They fall victim to a few quick shots. Hold up and press B to dismount from the suit when you reach the barrier at the end. Just like the Mega Man games of old, double doors indicate an impending Maverick boss fight. Stick to the walls to beat Chill Penguin. He likes using attacks that span the ground level, but he lacks moves that can hit you higher up. He makes himself vulnerable when he latches onto the snow hook. Blast him with a fully charged shot while he's up there. One thing that makes Chill Penguin a good first boss is his decreased resistance to charged shots. 4 of the 8 Maverick bosses, including Chill Penguin, take extra damage from a powered-up X-Buster Blast. Float like a butterfly and bite like a mosquito to put Chill Penguin on ice. Defeating a Maverick boss grants X a weapon based on their power. Sometimes, weapons not only damage, but they serve a utility purpose too. Don't get too trigger happy with them though. Each boss weapon has a limited amount of ammo, so use them sparingly. The leg upgrade that we found in Chill Penguin stage gives you a lot of options to explore other stages with. If you're comfortable with the item locations in Mega Man X, feel free to deviate from the recommended boss order. For now, let's go to Spark Mandrill stage to make the most of Chill Penguin's Shotgun Ice. Top speed rapid fire these gun bolts just like on the highway level. You can switch to Shotgun Ice with the start button or the L or R triggers, but it's not an effective weapon to use here. Get ready for the ladder maze. At the fork, take this ladder up. The downward ladder leads to an energy tank, but we don't have the tools to reach it yet. Proceed cautiously in the blackout area. Enemies will zoom by to catch you off guard and knock you into instant death holes. Periodically fire your X-Buster to shoot down any enemies that could cause trouble. Thunder Slimer bounces around and releases ooze to trap X. If you're caught in the ooze, jump and move around quickly to get released. Stay out from under it when it charges up on the ceiling outlet. Thunder Slimer discharges lightning to the ground beneath it. Keep the heat on Thunder Slimer. The faster you hit it, the quicker you can defeat it. Weapons like the Storm Tornado and Fire Wave work wonders against this guy, but Rapid Fire X-Buster works well too. Dr. Light built heart containers as a way to upgrade X's health bar. He then carefully hid them all in really dangerous places for X to find. I know that doesn't make much sense, but just bear with me. Keep an eye open for a heart container in this stage. Reaching it requires a tricky dash jump off the wall. Every Maverick boss has a heart tank hidden in their level. Collect all 8. Spark Mandrill is a mean monkey. He replies to damage with a charging punch. He can climb the ceiling, and he loves jumping around. Spark Mandrill is extra vulnerable to the charged up X-Buster, just like Chill Penguin, but the best way to fight Spark Mandrill is to use Shotgun Ice whenever he's vulnerable. If you time your shots right, X can keep him locked down for an easy victory. Spark Mandrill didn't give X any new tools to explore with, so there's no sense in proceeding to any stage except for Armored Armadillos, where you can use the electric spark against the boss. Ride the cart and descend into the pit. X will trigger the Mole Borer, from whom you're supposed to run from like a coward. Clever Mega Man X players will climb back up and avoid the Mole Borer to reap the treasure laying behind it. This sub-tank will store extra energy when X's health is full. Select it from the start menu to restore up to an entire bar of energy based on what you've collected so far. There are 4 sub-tanks to collect, including this one. Here's a trick to help deal with minor enemies. X deals double damage with standard X-Buster shots while he's dashing. Tap the Y button to fire while holding A to dash. This can clear out weaker enemies, but has practically no advantage against stage bosses. If that button combination is hard to hold down, you can change the control layout in the options menu before you start the game. I guess I should have told you that sooner. I like to put dash on the L button to free up my other hand. X will find another Mole Borer later in this stage. It's not obvious at first, but there's a heart tank that can only be reached if you destroy the Mole Borer as soon as possible. If you have the Storm Eagle or Flame Mammoth weapons, this is a cinch. Using consecutive normal shots is more challenging, but it's still possible. If you miss out on the heart tank this time, you can come back with better weapons later. Every boss stage can be revisited even after you've beaten them. Armored Armadillo was a very difficult fight when you only have the X-Buster to use. He wears armored plating that can deflect shots, and if you manage to land a charged hit, he doesn't take bonus damage the way other bosses do. While standing still, he fires the non-intimidating variety of Energy Blast. Don't get comfortable though, his rolling attack is far more threatening. Since we're equipped with the Electric Spark, this will be a completely different fight for us. A single hit with Electric Spark will destroy the Armadillo's armor, leaving him completely vulnerable. Then you can casually hit him at your leisure until he's defeated. Launch Octopus has taken residence in the ocean, and X has been recruited to smoke him out. Being underwater exaggerates the height and distance of X's jumps. This is one of the few games where water isn't unbearable to play in. The Angler-Large submarine has a number of tricks up its sleeve. Its sucking and blowing reputation is legendary. When it's not turning tricks, it's bombarding X with eel torpedoes. You can dissect the Angler-Large bit by bit with the X-Buster, but try using the Electric Spark for a faster alternative. Here's a tip for finding this stage's heart container. Ride this whirlwind to the surface just before the big spike pit. There, X will discover a gunboat dropping bombs into the water. Sink it by hitting it in its weak spot and ride the wreckage down into a newly revealed hidden area. This level is littered with mini-bosses, and the sea serpent Ouroboros only adds to the list. Ride on its back and let out your pent-up aggression on its head. As Ouroboros disintegrates, take precautions not to fall into the spikes. Explore his cave to find the heart container. The Launch Octopus fight gets pretty chaotic. His primary weapon is a barrage of homing missiles that will keep you on your toes. While you're not fleeing from those, Launch Octopus creates a deadly whirlpool for his amusement. Before you use up your rolling shield ammo on Launch Octopus, it makes sense to die to restore your health if you have lives to spare. This will give you a little more breathing room health-wise while you're fighting him. Boomer Quanger's level is vertically oriented. Be patient as you climb upwards to minimize damage taken. The Mega Tortoise enemy is a damage sponge, just like the Mole Borer before it. Employ consecutive normal shots from the X-Buster if you don't have the Storm Tornado or Fire Wave. Keep an eye out for the heart container near the end of the stage. You can't get it yet, but make a note of its location for the future. Boomer Quanger is most dangerous up close. He'll toss X around and generally annoy him if X stays on the ground too long. Stick to the walls for maximum safety. Charged X-Buster shots are damaging to Boomer Quanger, and so are homing torpedoes, so take your pick. This isn't an awful fight with a little patience. Boomerang Cutter is most useful as a utility item. It has the unique property of being able to snag items and bring them back to X. Let's get some use out of it now. Early in Spark Mandrill's level, take the down ladder to find a sub-tank. Throw boomerangs to catch it from beyond the wall. X can leave any stage he's already beaten with Escape Unit from the start menu. Don't be afraid to use it. Snag the heart container from the end of Boomer Quanger's level for another power-up. Another useful trick is to revisit the beginning of Armored Armadillo stage for a pick-me-up. The Thin Bats have a high health drop rate to fill up your sub-tanks. The lone Fat Bat further down frequently drops lives. There are only a few Maverick bosses left to beat. Sting Chameleon stage is noteworthy because it's one of the stages whose layout is affected by the defeat of other Maverick bosses. Having beaten Launch Octopus, in this case, floods this hidden cave and makes retrieving this heart tank much easier. Leap from the dirt edge just above the heart container cave and climb the wall to find a sneaky alcove. This is where the enemy forces have been keeping their secret weapon, the RT-55J. This robot's body was designed and optimized to squeeze the cheeks of cute children. It didn't think twice when the Mavericks offered it the chance to squeeze the cutest cheeks of all. RT-55J is only vulnerable in his head. Keep shooting while you avoid its deadly pinchers. This robot has an unusually high amount of health and takes a lot of hits to bring down. Keep chipping away at him while staying out of his reach. X is rewarded for his patience with a capsule containing an armor upgrade, making him look extra cool. Damage taken is also reduced by 50% as a secondary bonus effect. Sting Chameleon loves to turn invisible. He loves it. He's invulnerable while he's invisible, but expect an attack after he pops out of invis. Your best bet is to use boomerang cutters when you fight Sting Chameleon. By now, X has found several heart tanks and is outfitted with the armor upgrade, so this fight won't be too tough. Don't be afraid to burn a sub-tank if you need the edge. Storm Eagle is next on X's hit list. There are a lot of items to find in Storm Eagle land. Look for a cleverly hidden heart tank early in this level. Ride the lifts to the top and make a leap of faith back to the left. X will land on top of a building with a heart tank you couldn't reach before. You can find a sub-tank behind the glass in a tower shortly afterwards. Ride one of these platforms up and shoot through the glass to let yourself in. By now, X has a wide arsenal of boss weapons at his disposal. If you don't plan to use a weapon on a Maverick boss, feel free to burn it during the stage. Boss weapons can be even more useful than the X-Buster. These flame turrets here fall victim to the homing torpedoes from Launch Octopus. Look for interesting ways to have fun using boss weapons. Descend down this wall and use a dash jump to reach the helmet upgrade capsule. First and foremost, the helmet upgrade makes X look sweet. Coincidentally, there's also an added bonus effect of breaking certain blocks with the headbutt, but there are only a few odd instances in this game where X can even use this ability. Storm Eagle commands the dropship from the highway level at the beginning of the game. Carefully drop off the back for health and ammo instead of going through the double doors. Storm Eagle is an easy fight that you can take on early in the game if you choose to. He cycles between dive-bombing X, throwing up eggs, and blowing X with a horizontal twister. Leap out of the twister to avoid being blown off the ship, and punish Storm Eagle with Chameleon Sting during dive bombs. Storm Eagle provides X with one of the best boss weapons in the game. Storm Tornado can shred apart virtually any enemy short of Maverick bosses, and its ammo consumption is very reasonable too. We're down to our final Maverick boss stage. Flame Mammoths level is another one affected by the defeat of another boss. In this case, Chill Penguin's downfall freezes over the lava flows and makes the stage easier to navigate. X can find 3 different upgrades all located in roughly the same place. Keep an eye out for breakable blocks just after a long fall. X can barely reach them with a dash jump from this ledge. Using a combination of wall kicks and headbutts, you'll find a capsule containing the X-Buster upgrade that allows you to charge to a 4th level, and also charge up boss weapons for a wide variety of unique effects. Reaching this capsule is hard to do, and it's possible to make it unreachable if you screw up getting in there. If that happens, you can revisit this stage later for another try. Dash across the frozen lava flow to find a heart container nearby. Finally, leap to the left when you find the free life to discover the location of the last sub-tank. Flame Mammoth has been getting reports of X wiping out every Maverick boss and getting stronger with each victory, but he still wants to fight X 1v1. By now you should have enough health and armor that this fight should be painless. Flame Mammoth's jumps can knock X off his feet, and he can breathe fireballs that might make X uncomfortably warm, but he'll fall apart from a few shots of Storm Tornado. Flame Mammoth's Fire Wave deals heavy damage to point-blank enemies. It has the unique effect of being able to destroy robot igloos too. Return to Chill Penguin's level and look for 2 hidden igloos on the platform above the mech suit. Melt away the igloos with Fire Wave to find X's final heart piece. Chill Penguin is weak to Fire Wave, but you won't have a chance to use it against him right now given his current circumstances. The post-Maverick boss levels will test every skill that X has learned so far. Use the fully charged rolling shield or chameleon sting to bypass difficult parts, but conserve your ammo when you can. It won't refill between the Sigma stages. Practice everything we've talked about in this video to bring the fight to Sigma's doorstep, and become humanity's savior. So that's the Mega Man X video. I want to give a shout out to SMF. Here's to making your wish come true. We're all praying for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.